Hi and welcome to Select 10. Today, we will list the top 10 best new web series released on Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV+, and HBO Max. To suggest the best new content, we've prepared this list of the greatest new action, adventure, sci-fi, and fantasy shows that you should watch right now. Also, don't forget to leave a comment on how many of these series you've seen from this list. Now let's start the video. Number 10. High Heat. It is a Mexican crime drama series created by Jose Ignacio Valenzuela, who also created Who Killed Sarah series. The story revolves around Pancho, who wants to thoroughly examine his brother's murder and sets out to identify the murderer and demand justice. His search ends at a fire station in a residential area of Mexico City, where he infiltrates the building as a firefighter and starts his shift while conducting an undercover investigation. However, things take an unusual turn when one of his co-workers, Olivia, the station's lone female firefighter, joined him in his investigation to find the truth about his brother's death. Together, they carry out a thorough investigation and come across love, friendship, and a mysterious serial killer. Overall, the story is good but gripping, with plenty of wild twists, interconnected storylines, and lots of romance to keep you interested. And the show has a 5.5 rating on IMDb. Number 9. Tales of the Walking Dead. It is a post-apocalyptic horror series created by Scott M. Gimple and Channing Powell. It is the fourth series in the Walking Dead franchise and a spin-off from The Walking Dead. It is an anthology show that will transport us to unique period and locations, both within and outside of the United States. This series will provide us a peek into the lives of other survivors and how they have evolved, for better or worse, in this new environment. There will be 6-hour-long separate episodes, each centering on a distinct storyline, while each episode will focus on a different crew including both returning and new faces. To be honest, the show has an average story, so if you are a fan of the Walking Dead series and were hoping for anything exceptional, you might be disappointed. But if you like the zombie genre and post-apocalyptic themes, then you might like it. And the show has a 6.4 rating on IMDb and a 74% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 8. A League of Their Own. It is a period sports comedy drama created by Will Graham and Abby Jacobson. It is an adaptation of the 1992 movie of the same name. The series is set in 1943 and focuses on Carson Shaw, who goes to Chicago to try out for the All-American Girls Pro Baseball team, where she meets a woman named Max, who has similar aspirations to play professional baseball and builds friendship that improve her perspective on life. On the other hand, Max Chapman, who also attends the trials but is turned down for unknown reasons. However, with the help of her new best friend, she must construct a new route in order to follow her ambition. The series delves deeper into gender and sex, covering the experience of a new group of individuals as they create their unique ways to the field, both in and out of the league. It has a ton of humor, while still being incredibly powerful and passionate. The plot is perfect and extremely enjoyable, so consider adding this to your watch list, you won't be disappointed. And the show has a 6.9 rating on IMDb and an 85% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 7. Lock and Key. The third and last season of Netflix's most underrated fantasy show has arrived. However, if you are unfamiliar with this show, allow me to give you a little review, so you may start watching. The plot revolves around the three Locke children and their mother, who relocate into their original home, Key House, after their father is killed in an unexplained event. However, their world is turned upside down when they realized that their house was packed with reality-altering supernatural keys that might be linked to their father's passing. As the Locke children discover the various keys and their specific abilities, a terrifying monster appears and will stop at nothing to acquire them. The final season brings the Locke's magical adventure to a satisfying finish while introducing a new enemy in a strange way. The show features a lot of unique fantasy elements and an emotional backdrop of family, love, and togetherness. The show has a 7.4 rating on IMDb and Season 3 has a 36% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 6. Tekken, Bloodline. It is an animated series based on the Tekken fighting game franchise. The series follows Jin Kazama, a teenage martial arts fighter who is living alone with his mother on Yakushima Island. But, after witnessing the death of his mother at the hands of the legendary demon ogre, Jin swore vengeance and started training under the guidance of his grandfather, Heihachi Mishima, to grow stronger so he could kill the creature. However, to lure ogre, Jin enters the King of Iron Fist competition, intending to kill him and avenge his mother's death. Overall, if you like video games, particularly Tekken 3, you will undoubtedly enjoy this show. And the show has a 6.9 rating on IMDb and an 80% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 5. City on a Hill. It is a crime drama series created by Charlie MacLaine. The show takes place in Boston in the early 1990s, where crime, corruption, and racism were all common, and to make things worse, they were supported by the local police organizations. The major plot revolves around State's Attorney Deckersey Ward, who desires improvement and forms an unexpected partnership with a tough FBI agent, Jackie Rower, who is hoping to manipulate Boston's criminal justice system in a pathetic attempt to protect his own career. However, when this unusual team faces off against a family of armored vehicle thieves, the case transforms into the change Boston needs by reforming the faulty criminal justice system in the city. Overall, this is a top-notch show with excellent acting, writing, and sound design, and it may take 3-4 episodes to attract you, but stick with it, it's worth it. And the show has a 7.5 rating on IMDb and an 80% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 4. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. It is a superhero action series created by Jessica Gao. It is based on the Marvel Comics character, She-Hulk. The plot centers on Jennifer Walters, a lawyer who handles cases involving superhumans and who must manage the challenging circumstances of being a single unmarried woman. However, when she is involved in a car accident with her cousin, Bruce Banner, and attempts to save him, Walters becomes contaminated with his blood and transforms into the She-Hulk. To learn how to harness her new abilities, Banner brought Walters to a hidden facility in Mexico, where she handled his training routine with ease, but she wasn't interested in becoming a superhero full-time. The show further explored Jennifer Walters' struggle to balance her career as a lawyer and her recently acquired superpowers. The show is quite engaging and offers good action, but there are a few flaws, like average CGI and a weak origin story. And the show has a 5.2 rating on IMDb and an 88% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 3. See. It is a sci-fi series directed by Stephen Knight. The story is set in a post-apocalyptic future in which humankind has lost its ability to see, and now humans must learn new methods to converse, construct, hunt, and survive. The story follows Baba Voss, the courageous chief of the Alkany clan and a great warrior at heart. However, his mountainside community is in for a treat one day when a pregnant woman named Magra Kane seeks protection with the Alkany, who later marries Baba Voss and joins the tribe. But when a set of twins are born with sight, their calm way of life is disturbed, and to make matters worse, Queen Sibeth Kane of the Payan Kingdom, who kills anybody who spreads the blasphemy of someone being sighted, learns about the kids and launches a major witch hunt to eliminate them. This is a hidden gem on Apple TV, and Season 3 Episode 1 was insane, and I can say that the upcoming episodes will be mind-blowing. And the show has a 7.9 rating on IMDb, and Season 3 has an 89% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 2. Extraordinary Attorney Woo. It is a 2022 South Korean drama series directed by Yoo In-shik. The story follows Woo Young-woo, an autistic attorney who works at a prominent law firm. Attorney Woo has an incredible memory, which allows her to remember regulations, to dispute opposing lawyers' allegations, and develop solid arguments to defend her cases. But her communication style is normally viewed by the majority as strange and awkward, since it differs from that of her non-autistic friends, and her exceptional emotional intelligence goes unnoticed. The show makes a constant effort to eradicate the myth that people with autism lack social skills and emotional intelligence. I just have one word to say about the series: don't miss it. This show is truly extraordinary, just like its title indicates, and the concept is fresh and executed perfectly, and it is without a doubt one of the top shows of 2022 so far. And the show has a 9 rating on IMDb and an 86% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 1. House of the Dragon. It is an epic fantasy adventure series based on the Fire and Blood novel by George R.R. Martin. The story takes place 172 years before Daenerys Targaryen's birth and roughly 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones. It depicts the start of House Targaryen's downfall, as well as the events leading up to and including the Targaryen War of Inheritance, also known as the Dance of the Dragons. The series follows the Targaryen family, which is at the peak of its dominance, with more than 15 dragons under their command, and most realms fear them. However, their steady downfall starts when King Viserys Targaryen breaks a centuries-old tradition by naming his daughter Rhaenyra as the next in line for the Iron Throne. No matter how much we hate Game of Thrones Season 8, we can't deny that House of the Dragon exceeded our expectations. So far, the series has been great, with mind-blowing cinematography and spine-chilling music that elevates your experience to a whole new level. This series is a winner. And the show has an 8.9 rating on IMDb and an 85% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.